I very much have a weakness for thrift stores and the dump store and stuff like that, mainly because I can find things that I need at a hugely reduced price. But a few years ago, before the pandemic, I started a little game I play with myself, or whatever you want to call it, where I go to the thrift store, I get what I need, and then I get one or two items to try to sell to cover the cost of my thrift store expenditure. So I was at the dump store a few days ago. I got some stuff I needed, and I'll show you what that is, and I will show you what I bought to sell. The total I spent at the dump store was $10. So I just need I need to net $10 out of that to cover the cost. So let me show you what I got. I got this little pitcher. I love making my own iced tea, and the beauty of this is that it's small and I can fit it into my small refrigerator. This was part of the $10 haul. I don't know how much this would have cost in the store, but I think it already might have paid for itself. I also wanted some glasses. I realized about halfway through summer that when people come over, I'm feeding them I'm not feeding them, but I'm giving them iced tea and coffee mugs because I don't have any glasses. So I got 4 of these glasses as part of the $10 haul. I had gone to Walmart a few days before looking for glasses because I was having company this weekend, and they had a set of 8 of these for $14. So I gave them a pass. Four glasses is part of this big $10 haul, and I will go back and look for them or something like them next time I'm at the dump. I also got some Corel plates. Corel are really light. They're great. I'd like to replace my Dollar Tree plates in there, which are clunky. I have 4 of those, and they're thick and they're clunky, and I just am very, I guess, stretched for space in my kitchen. So I got these 3. They're different patterns. This one is definitely a collectible pattern. There's one, and there's just a plain white one, and there's this blue one. Now, my original thought was to try to sell this one by itself because I have sold Corning and I have sold Pyrex dishes, so I recognize the value. But this pattern, while it is collectible, is not collectible enough to list, not collectible enough to package, not collectible enough to send. So I'm just going to keep it. There's that you have to weigh out what it's really worth to deal with it. So I'm going to use them. As I say, I'd like to replace those Dollar Tree plates. Look at the profile of these. Small. These are 3 plates. This is probably 1 Dollar Tree plate. So I'll keep looking for patterns I like, collectible or not. This cast iron skillet was also there. It needs some cleaning. I always look for cast iron no matter where I am, what you can buy at thrift stores and what you can buy places like this is far cheaper than what you would pay retail or anything else. Remember, this is just one thing of a $10 haul. And finally, what I got for myself is I got the actual tote that all the stuff was in. Again, part of the $10 haul. I use these at the house, in the garden, everything, and so I just put all my purchases in here and purchased this as part of my haul. Now I'm going to tell you what I bought to sell. I bought this retro Lee vest to sell, made in the USA. It was originally, I guess, $12 at somebody's garage sale. So we'll see what I could get for this. I'm sure I can get at least $10 in profit from this, probably more. And the second thing I got to sell was this Lunga burger basket. I just saw it. Pile of other things. Lunga was a really popular basket making company in the 80s and 90s, and their stuff was really, really expensive. I don't think I can get what they sold them for at that point. This is a fairly common design, but it is nice. It is signed. It's in great condition. It has its original plastic liner. So again, I can sell this. I'll probably net at least $10 for it. I might have to wait a little while, but I'm willing to do that. So I don't know when I'm going to be listing these and how long it's going to take me to sell them, but I will be back with the results. So I'll see you in a few weeks, a few months, whatever, and I'll tell you what happened. So let's talk about how my sales went. The first thing I sold was the one thing I didn't expect sell, and that was my cast iron frying pan. I came home and I realized I really had enough cast iron. I know it's a hard admission. How can you have enough cast iron? You can. You can have enough of anything. So I decided because of its weight, I would put it on local Facebook Marketplace for $15, and it went like that. Somebody wanted it, and he asked if I had more cast iron, so I did. I had these little cast iron skillets, tiny ones. The skillet part was probably this big, with the handle probably this big. Were Christmas themed, some gingerbread boys, Christmas tree, and a star, and I sold those for an additional $20, so that wholesale right there was $35. The next thing I sold was the Lunga burger basket. I put it on Poshmark, I put it on Mercari, and I thought I'll just put it on Facebook Marketplace too. Sold within a day. Somebody local actually grew up in the town where those baskets were made, and she was thrilled to find one locally. I sold it for $20. The vest, I did not have an opportunity to list that until about a week ago, and I've put it on Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. So we'll see what happens with that. I listed it for about $22 or so. As I said, the vest has just been listed. It might take a little longer to sell, but I'm very happy with my $55, and if and when I do sell that vest, I will put it in my community page and let you know what the final toll was for that. So I think a pretty good return on my investment. Happy about that. And we'll see what my next thrift store adventure brings. Thank you so much for watching.